I work for Riot Games and we make several games. We've launched a few this year, but our main game that we're well known for is League of Legends. League of Legends is a 5v5 game. You collaboratively work as a team looking to advance from one side of the pitch to the other. The game ebbs and flows, just like traditional sports. So think maybe basketball, but online. And there are professionals that play League of Legends all around the world. And this is watched by many millions of players every year. So I'd like to tell you a story, if I may, about a family I met last year in New Zealand. The boy with the rugby ball is Jesse, and he's 14, loves rugby. Everyone in New Zealand, by the way, loves rugby. Basically his family love rugby. They know it, they play it, they watch it, they talk about it. Now, roll forward 9 months. Jesse is now 15 and he picks up a new sport. Now, this sport happens to be online. It's an online multiplayer game. And he's having a wonderful time. Like, it's a compelling experience. He's playing with his friends. He's having so much fun. But there is a point of difference besides the physical nature not being here. His parents are no longer celebrating and rejoicing in him doing this activity. They're not watching him. And they're not encouraging to play online multiplayer games. They're confused. They come from a world where online gaming wasn't really that popular. They don't really know what it is. And what they've heard is that gaming is bad. This, creates a kind of fractured relationship. And it all kind of ends in Jesse being told he can no longer play online games anymore. Now, this becomes a problem for Jesse because he doesn't understand why he can't play. Other kids can. When he goes back into school, loads of kids are talking about the amazing, compelling experience they had last night together. And Jesse's not able to. He feels somewhat isolated and alone. Now, I hear about these stories often in my world. And that's caused because of two main things. We have this really popular thing called online gaming, and of course it can be multiplayer as well. And there'd be tens of millions of young people playing daily. And then we have this sort of persistent misinformation surrounding games, the sort of debunked notion of violence, stereotypes around gaming being non-productive or even dangerous to a person's well-being. The fact that this has been labelled by many, including aspects of the media, as bad, has created a sort of here and now where little motivation is put to see this change. And why would we? If we think the activity is low value and it can't be used to enhance potential within a young person, why would we see this change? So we're humans, and us humans, we love multiplayer experiences. If I'm a youngster and I'm learning to read, I have someone alongside me listening and watching me read, encouraging me to read. When my 5-year-old Evelyn does ballet in the living room, I've got to tell you, I'm not standing and watching, I'm busting out a few moves with her. When we play sport, we're not satisfied just to simply play the game with our friends. We expect our friends and family to join us and to watch the experience and to cheer us on. So the role that multiplayer games can play in today's world, well, they are core to young people's lives. They're extremely popular. From a perspective of cross-cultural connection, they are social liberators. And from that connection, and because of the immersive experience that multiplayer games provide, they are real and legitimate learning spaces. So like traditional sport, we can use multiplayer video games to foster thriving communities. So we have the game League of Legends, which is unbelievably popular, played by many young people around the world. We can develop resources and support structures around the experience to better support the person that is playing. We can do that with educators, We can do it in the home with parents and carers, and we can also do it with local community leaders. And as we take the time and we find the time to authentically listen to the people and the stories that are around us and next to us, we can take those stories and collectively come together to drive the change we seek.